Tonight, cause and effect. Elon Musk is using the power vested in Doge by Donald Trump to remake the federal bureaucracy as he sees fit, and now 14 states are suing to stop him, accusing Musk of acting like a monarch in everything but name. Musk's team has been slapped on the wrists by judges over and over again just in the last few weeks, which explains why he's tweeting this tonight. Quote, if any judge anywhere can stop every presidential action everywhere, we do not live in a democracy. So, is Trump keeping watch over Musk? Well, he says he is.
Will he secure any new government contracts while he is working on Doge?
No, not if there's a conflict. If there's no conflict, I guess what difference does it make?
Are you personally checking to make sure there's no conflicts of interest?
Yeah, I am.
He is yours to use.
Sure.
While we have Jeffrey at the table, I just want to mention. Sure. Well, I was going to mention your new book.
Well, please, I don't need to interrupt that.
The Politics of Presidential Mercy. It's out now. But Jeffrey, I mean, there are a lot of things going on here. First of all, judges being able to stop things that are against the law is actually how a democracy is supposed to work.
But
so
only since 1803. That's been the rule. In Marbury versus Madison in 1803, the Supreme Court decided that it's actually judges who make the final decision in our country about whether something is constitutional or not. So that's the rule we are talking about here that Elon Musk apparently either doesn't know about or doesn't like. And that's what's at stake in all of these controversies, which is who decides what's constitutional and what's lawful. And so far, quite a few district judges have decided that how the Trump administration is proceeding is not lawful. Now, those cases are going to be appealed. They'll go up to the Supreme Court. But the principle that judges decide what's constitutional is a very important one.
Yeah, look, I would like to offer a high school U.S. history class to my friend Elon Musk, because I think it's extremely important. I mean, this is basic stuff about how our system works. But on the fox guarding the hen house aspect of this, of Donald Trump saying he is going to be the one to decide if Elon has any conflicts, how does that work in your mind?
I don't know how that works. I really feel like I look at this Trump-Elon relationship. You ever had a homeboy who had a girlfriend nobody liked?
All the time.
And he has to act like everybody is. No, we're fine. We're happy. It is going to take a consecutive series of brave people to keep this administration from going off the rails from some of the decisions. So, to Kerry's point in the last break, you have a brave district attorney. Well, you're going to need a bunch of brave judges because he's going to come for their heads too. And whichever FBI agents get replaced by the Jan 6 FBI agents that are eventually going to get fired, you're going to need brave ones there too to keep standing up to this.
I'm not sure that is happening. I mean, there's a lot of infatuation with Elon Musk. He also, I just want to play this because he was at the World Government Summit in Dubai, or virtually, he was speaking virtually. And it's unclear what capacity he was speaking in because he was saying things like this.
I think we do need to delete entire agencies as opposed to leave part of them behind. Because if you leave part of them behind, it's easy. It's kind of like leaving a weed. If you don't remove the roots of the weed, then it's easy for the weed to grow back. There's like National Endowment for Democracy, but I'm like, okay, well, how much democracy have they achieved lately? I don't know, not much. The United States has been kind of pushy in international affairs. I think we should, in general, leave other countries to their own business. And basically, America should mind its own business.
I mean, look,
I t-shirt on a Skype at a conference.
He's the richest man in the world. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But really, it's a serious question. Is he Elon Musk's special government employee, the most powerful man, maybe second to the president of the United States, or Elon Musk, the billionaire, most wealthy businessman in the world, speaking to potential investors?
He's a special employee appointed by the President of the United States who ran around the country with Donald Trump, who said, if I get elected, I'm going to let this man run crazy through the government and toss it. He says there's a lot of agencies. Yes, there's more agencies than there are years that we've been a country, most of which most Americans have no idea what they do. For every new law, there is 18.5 new regulations, according on average, by Doge's numbers, that are added onto the book. That lawsuit that was brought up to me was bananas. They said he's an agent of chaos. You know what's chaotic? A debt of $36 trillion in a treasury that has no way of accounting and rectifying their bills. That's chaos. In a history lesson, you said the AGs made a note in there that our founders would be sick at seeing Elon Musk. If they showed up and saw a government that was functioning like it is now and growing at the size it is now and hiring as many faceless bureaucrats who are making these crazy, shipments of cash overseas for crazy, ideas, they would be horrified. They say, where did all
they would be horrified also because the United States is so much larger and more expansive now than it was then.
And here's an idea. If the government is so out of control, why don't you have Congress pass a law or pass a budget shutting down the agencies they don't like? Well, instead, you have Elon Musk on his own deciding what agencies.
You can't ask Congress to do anything. They have been dysfunctional for a decade.
You cannot ask Congress to do it.
They haven't done their job.
Republicans, and by the way, Arthur, Republicans, you remember that Republicans right now hold all the levers of power, right? They control the House, they control the Senate, and they control the White House. Under what circumstances would that not be a recipe to pass laws that they want?
Because they just don't look at the bureaucracy, this huge thing. Elon Musk is on the spectrum. He's the first one who says it. He's got a special brain. He figures things out that Jeffrey Toobin and I have not figured out. How to get a thing into space.
How to have
so
rich. I wish I figured that out.
So they put a guy in charge, and they said, look, find why we're paying $100,000 for a bolt in this crazy agency, and save us taxpayers who pay 53% of our monies in taxes. Save us some money. Do I think he should be doing it with a scalpel more than a hatchet? I do. But maybe the only way to do it is with a hatchet and then, start giving some of the money back.
Let's not forget, Bill Clinton came into office and says, wherever it says the president shall, the president will. He said, I want to cut government by 12%, the employees of the government by 12%. He said he started wanting to roll agencies into each other. He started that process. That's what Elon Musk is doing with USA.
I think that's actually a very good.
No one's arguing that
because Bill Clinton did do that, but he didn't do it the way it's happening right now. He did it through a process.
Well, I think really
he actually did. He actually did shrink the government, and I think one of the challenges here is, a lot of this is good show, but how much money is really being saved?
And where is it going?
Yes.
Why are we not asking?
No, seriously, how much money?
And where is it going? And then where is it
They're
going?
not touching anything that actually accounts for the largest spending.
But TW, to your point, I agree. Bloated. Everyone's not arguing. It's definitely an issue. No mismanagement of funds. No one's arguing that. No one at this table. No sane person is saying that. What I am saying, and I want to focus on the word you used, was this infatuation. While yes, he is the richest man in the world, and arguably has a brain that's different and special than all of ours, where in the world does that give him the authority and the agency to operate a government? What world do we live in? Fred,
That's the answer.
that's not the answer. What I'm saying is, if you ask, what qualifications does he have? I don't want to hear because he's rich and he's smart. There's a lot of rich, smart people that aren't doing what he's doing and going about it the way he's doing it. My issue is only, and in the lawsuit that you took issue with earlier, there was something that I thought was interesting, and I'm taking this from the complaint. We're talking about Elon. His limitless and unchecked power to strip the government of its workforce and eliminate entire departments with the stroke of a pen or a click of a mouse would have been shocking to those who won this country's independence, because where do you come from? And as I've said often on this platform, you don't even go here, sir. What is your vested interest in making sure that our government, not you, but in general, it just doesn't make any sense. And let's normalize saying that it doesn't make sense, because it doesn't make sense. If the administration was Democratic and Joe Biden did anything like this, Republicans would be up in arms, and you know it.
Yeah, I very much disagree with that. I think
And that's
Elon, thank you. Elon's goal isn't to run the country. His goal is it is to find waste, fraud, and abuse and streamline what government
and put more money in his pocket.
He posts that meme all the time of an engine going from this super complex thing to this more sleek, powerful option. That is what he is doing, and he is unleashing programmers into departments
All right,
to
I
go
want to
antiquated
before
systems.
Roy,
and
before
find-
you go, before
wait,
you
just
weigh
wait.
in, I just want to show everybody this picture of Elon and the Prime Minister of India, Modi. You were just saying he doesn't want to run the country, but
Sure he does.
looks like
Sure he
he
does.
might be the guy running the country. Roy.
Yeah, I just don't think that we can assume that everything Elon is doing is just out the goodness of his heart. I'm just here to renovate your government a little bit. This is a
Maybe he wants to be the first trillionaire. You said he wants to line his pockets. His pockets are pretty full. $400 billion.
Well, when have you ever met a rich person who
They say,
says,
I don't want
"Okay,
any
that's
more money."
enough. I don't
Right
need
here,
any
Jeffrey
more
too.
money." Right,
gotta
right.
go.
I mean,
But you know,
besides me.
look, guys, we gotta go. But look, I mean, the one thing that money can't buy you really is power. He's getting pretty close though, and I think that might be the other thing he wants. Everyone, hang tight. RFK Jr. is now officially